Welcome to the Baltimore FlockCast, the number one Baltimore Ravens podcast in the world. How many Baltimore Ravens podcasts are left at this point after this season, man? It does not feel good, but we're still pumping out content for you guys. Unlike the Ravens. Man. How was that not a catch? I don't want to harp on this for too long because it makes us look bad as a fan base, harping on the past, but we even got guys like Pat McAfee saying this is a catch, and the Ravens got did dirty. Guys, let's just review it. Take the Ravens out of this. This is just a football game, unbiased. Someone makes a catch. He takes 1, 2 steps. He even, as he has the ball here, turns his shoulders to try to tuck it in. You can see like this kind of motion. That is called a football move. Literally what's in the rules. His foot, I know you can't see my feet, starts to go down and almost is about to take his third step. Yet that is not a touchdown. Strange. I'm speechless. I do not know what to say. There is a group of people that say, the NFL's rigged or yada yada. I don't want to harp on this for too long, but guys, that is stupid. There may be stuff rigging that happens in the NFL, but look at this situation in this case right here. If the NFL were to rig this, it would be to help the Ravens. We are more profitable than the Steelers. We have Lamar Jackson on this team. If you ask some random woman in the UK, like in Wales or something, about American football, there's more of a chance that she knows who Lamar is than anyone on the Steelers. I know Aaron Rodgers was one of the greatest players of all time, but it's been a little bit. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But really, anyone else on the Steelers, there's no way. I know they're the big brand being the Pittsburgh Steelers name, but I'll be honest, we're not on the field, but socially and eyeballs-wise, I would say we are one of the most entertaining, one of the most hottest, most watched teams in sports. Just not this year, it seems like. But yeah, as I said, I don't want to harp on that catch, or I guess not a touchdown catch that they ruled, but it hurts. But you could also say, hey, if we showed up and we played well, we wouldn't have to worry about the refs taking the game out of our hands to begin with. It's just really unfortunate when the season's on the line. Not the season, but it's a huge test to get a stranglehold on our division, get ahead of the Steelers, and they just come up flat, very flat. Lamar looked better. We'll dive into the game a little bit more later in the offense, but it wasn't great. The defense is still doing pretty solid. But the offense, man, it is a disaster. Let's move off of that. We all know that it was a touchdown catch. But it was just a poor excuse of officiating. It was a terrible lapse of judgment. So here we are. We lost. There's nothing we can do. You just got to move on to the next week, unfortunately. There's so much that's piling up to make this season what it is, that we have the record of 6 wins and 7 losses. But I feel like there's a few things that we could talk about more. One idea, I know we love hardball on this podcast. Actually, love's a strong word. It's hard to love anything about this team right now. But I think Harbs is the coach for this team at the end of the day. I don't think he should be fired. But one thing I would like to bring up, maybe Harbaugh's message to the team is going stale. It's falling on deaf ears. People just, it's not really, those speeches, all the coach talk, everything, it's just not working. It's not hitting the same as the kids say. Because something's very wrong here. And you can put your finger on, the line's not great. Lamar's been banged up. He's hurt. He also is just not great right now. Don't really know what's going on with that. A lot of things you can put your finger on. But it all boils down to one thing. You just look at football. Your team's hurt. You're going through a hard season. 2012 Ravens, there we go. Perfect example. All the adversity we face. But the message pushed those boys through to get a ring. It seems like there's No message here. They're just waiting until the season ends to go to Cabo. I truly don't know. Could his message be going stale? It's a possibility. I don't want to put this on Harbaugh like the rest of the fans. Man, clock's ticking. It's not looking great right now. 6-7 with Lamar Jackson, a quarterback. It's not good. But also, Lamar is playing like shit. Sorry, guys. If the kids are listening, I apologize. Man, Lamar is one of the greatest players of all time. One of my favorite player of all time. One of the most entertaining athletes I've ever seen in my life. But these past few weeks have been awful. Last week looked better, but it was still not Lamar Jackson, the one we're used to and we love. It's really upsetting, man. One thing that I noticed, I'm not going to say I noticed, I'll be honest. My friend pointed this out to me, big friend of the show. He said that Lamar's mental game, we know we love Lamar, but Lamar's mental game, it is not the best. For example, you see Lamar will miss like Bateman on a slant or an easy play, just a small mistake. Then he runs to the bench and will just smash his helmet on the ground, get super angry, and start screaming, or either way, just smash his helmet, be upset, right? And you got to think that seeing your leader, your quarterback, your guy, smash his helmet on the ground and be extremely angry, it's got to make the rest of the team feel something. It's got to trickle down. There's no way you can tell me that if you're Zay Flowers or any of the line, right? You see Lamar smash his helmet on the ground, you're going to be a little red in the face. You're going to start, you're like, man, it's getting extra hot in here. Start sweating a little bit. You're going to be playing on thin ice. And I don't think that sets the best precedent or example for the team. So you got to think, Lamar Jackson is the heartbeat of this team, just like Ray Lewis was back in the day, but this is different. So you don't have Lamar giving these speeches to hype up the team, because obviously he's not that guy, but he's still our leader through what he does on the field, right? And at the end of the day, leaders lead, and you can't have a guy just freaking out, smash his helmet on the ground, and get upset, because it's going to have ripple effects for the rest of the team. And unfortunately, fixing your mental game, for lack of better words, is not just something you do. It's just going to be there. It's how it is. So I guess you could say it's more of a domino effect. You know, Lamar will show some anger or frustration, and then say Zay gets a little nervous, Zay drops a ball, and Zay freaks out, it just trickles down. It's not something we need, especially being 6-7 right now. But there's nothing we can do about it. Move on to the next week, I guess. Man, it's getting pretty hard to do this every Wednesday with you guys. We did not get to talk about the Andrews extension in depth. I was a bit shocked. I think I said that verbatim on the episode last week. Did not see that one coming at all. I definitely thought we would pay Likely, keep Kolar maybe as well in town. I did not think Mark would be re-signed. I thought Mark was going to go out on statistically not a triumphant season, but at least the records he broke this year. It's a cool way to, you would think, end his Ravens career. But Mark got paid. What does that mean for Isaiah Likely and Charlie Kolar? It means they're probably gone, which sucks, because we have 3 amazing tight ends. But you got to think, the tight ends position is pretty bare bones. There's not many guys out there that are studs. There's like the top 3, and it's a huge fall off. So that gets me thinking, a team like, let's say, the Chiefs, that are going to have possibly their tight end retire this offseason, Kelsey, and a team like the Bengals, who just could really use a tight end, because Gesicki's not too great. Those 2 teams are probably going to pay up for a good tight end. When you look at the tight end market, there's not many names out there that would be a huge splash for these teams. But they could spend, let's say, at least 10 to $15 million on a young tight end that's never really got his chance because he's been in Mark Andrews' shadow. I'm going to warn you guys, this is probably going to happen. Isaiah Likely, or hell, even Kolar, could be on the Bengals or Chiefs this year. Those are probably the two most realistic destinations for those two. That makes me want to vomit, I'll be honest. But on the flip side, I know you guys are probably punching your steering wheels. Those are driving during podcasts. It's usually how I consume. But you're thinking, man, that sucks. We should have just let Andrew walk so our guys wouldn't be on the Chiefs to give them another tool. But I think if Andrews left, he would also probably be a Chief or a Bengal next year. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. And it's unfortunate. We just have a lot of guys at the position, and you can't keep them all. Because they're all well-deserving to be tight end ones anywhere else in the league. Yeah. The Chiefs, obviously, with Kelsey retiring, makes sense. But Gesicki, I will point out, yes, he is under contract next year. But if they were to cut him, it would only be $4 million in dead cap. I'm sure they are more than okay with taking a $4 million hit to get a surefire tight end, especially a young tight end, to seal up that position. So this went viral, I feel like Wednesday, Thursday, about last week. So this might be a little bit old in the news cycle. Hopefully you guys didn't see it, to be honest. And not saying that so you can hear that from the first time for me. I'm saying this because this is an awful story. I feel like I have to talk about it to shoot it down and saying that this is just not true. So there was a story on the Ravens Reddit page. I don't even know if it was actually on there because I'll be honest, when I went to check, it was not there. So either it was deleted or this was just possibly faked. Regardless, it's all fake. So let's just get right into it. So this person was trying to say that they were a wife of a former Raven, and they're saying that the team culture was terrible, that Harbaugh was such a bad guy, and Lamar does not have a grip of the locker room because he's not a leader. You think, oh, and then this is the best part. They said, yeah, my proof is you just got to trust me. Because everyone in the comments was like, yeah, we're going to need proof on this. I don't know about that. And also, I love Reddit, big fan of Reddit. I'm just going to stereotype here and take a guess that a NFL player's wife does not have a Reddit account and is probably not posting to the Ravens subreddit. I'm going to go on a limb here and say that you would probably make a TikTok about it instead. Some of you might be like, whoa, it's like sexist or something to assume that. It's right. It's real. How many girls do you know that use Reddit that aren't like gamers or something? I don't know. You guys know where I'm coming from. It's just, there's no chance. And no. And the way it was written too, no. Stuff like this, it just, how stupid can you be, guys? Come on. Oh, everyone's favorite lineman that they want to start, but apparently will never start this year. Ben Cleveland, Falele's backup. You know him because everyone wants him to play. He is suspended for the next 3 games for violating the NFL substance abuse policy. Man, DUI last offseason, or was it 2 years ago? Who knows? And then this gets suspended for violating the substance abuse policy. Not great. So 3 games, do the math. He'd be back, week 18? Even if they wanted this guy to be our starter to go into the playoffs, that's a rough transition. Take over week 18 and then really kind of just jump into the fire as the playoffs start. And that's even if we do make the playoffs. At this point, who knows? I think it's very funny that I know Falele is not a good guard. He's awful, let's be real. But people say, we need to start Cleveland. Why haven't we given him a chance? He's been here for 5 years. He has gotten all the chances in the world. What else do you want him to get? He's not good. He's not playing for a reason. And he's also apparently just going through a lot off the field. DUI, and then whatever happened with I don't know if he like failed a drug test or if it was steroids or something. That hasn't truly come to light yet, but something's going on with Buddy. And I'll be honest, I'd rather them just keep him away from the team. Not fully like that, but just at least right now. Maybe show up, get your workout in, just go home. Figure yourself out, because obviously something's wrong. And I know this may sound brash. Did not mean for it to sound that way. So Ben Cleveland, whatever's going on with you, I hope you figure it out, because at the end of the day, we are all human, and we're with you, brother. It's tough. But speaking of guards, someone's got to fill in as the backup. We just signed former Pro Bowl guard from the 2021 Pro Bowl, Laken Tomlinson, to our practice squad. Obviously, this dude's going to be called up very soon. Just get his reps in, his feet under him. They'll make a roster move once he's ready to go. Laken, you could be, who knows? The Ravens are pretty solid at taking older linemen and just churning them out into dogs. I'm kind of excited about this. I got a really good feeling. I think this could work out pretty well. He was like a first-round draft pick forever ago. I think he was, like a top 15 pick from what I remember. I probably should have wrote that down, but it's okay. Laken's pretty solid. I'm excited. I don't want to just say, he's definitely going to be amazing, just like all the other linemen in the past. I'm saying it could happen. Who knows? Anything could be better than what we got going on right now. Yeah. Man, it's great to be an Orioles fan. Sorry, there's stuff on here about the Orioles, and I read that. It's great to be a Ravens fan. Excuse me. Might as well just get into that right now. The Orioles just signed Pete Alonso. It's pretty sick. A little break in the Ravens action here just to talk about that. 5 years, $155 million for the Polar Bear. Man, it's kind of cool. Ravens, man, I keep flipping up the teams. I apologize. I'm in Ravens mode. But $155 million, 5 years for Pete Alonso. The Orioles spent money, and it's great. Just for them to kind of show us that, hey, guys, we keep saying we're going to spend money, but here we finally will. And Mike Elias said that they're going to make one more giant splash. Sorry, I'm not going to say giant. They're going to make one more splash in free agency. So hopefully we're going to sign a big-name pitcher. We would pray, because we need one pretty bad. Not sure exactly who it is, but I'm not an Orioles pod. I'm sure you guys already know about them already, but Orioles on the Verge is one of my favorite Orioles podcasts, so shout out to them if you guys want to give an Orioles podcast a view. Yeah, man, it's great. They're spending money. The O's had a terrible year last year, but things are changing, man. I'm excited. I will say, last year, I worked for the Orioles for the first time ever. It was my first and last year. Will not do that one again. And I feel like maybe that season was my fault, if we're being honest. It's just kind of weird. I take that job, the team falls apart, and then I left the team right around, I don't know the exact date. I'll just say, right when the team started winning games again is when I left the Orioles. So I'll tell you guys this. I have no plans on returning to work for the Baltimore Orioles, so they should be a good team again. Put your bets in. As long as I'm not there, they'll be great. But back to the Ravens. Injuries. So Harbs said that Tavius Robinson and Darius Washington have a chance to play Sunday. Doesn't sound super positive. I'm a little worried about that one. The way this season's gone, I'm just going to expect that they're not playing. Chidobe, another day. Chidobe Awuzie did not participate in practice. And man, just the fact that this upsets me deeply shows how great of a season Chidobe has had. He's one of the best players on our defense. I'm a little worried playing against Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, not having arguably our best corner, at least this season out there. This man's been hot. I'm praying Chidobe plays. If he does not, that is a huge area for concern. Lamar took another Wednesday off, but this was a rest day. So at least he's not hurt. I'll give him that. But man, you look at this season and you say, nothing's going right. Lamar's in a rut. You would want to change the things that you were doing to adjust and move on so you can fix what's going on. But we're taking another Wednesday off. Don't think that's the best decision. But I'm not the coach of the team. But what did Albert Einstein say? If you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, that's insanity. Just going to put that out there, guys. How many Wednesdays has he missed? I know he practiced last Wednesday. We took Thursday off, so we're going to count that as well. It's interesting. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, fun tidbit. We've lost 2 fun tidbits. We've lost 5 games at home. Can't even speak. We've lost 5 games at home this year. Apologize, guys. It's getting late as we're recording in this room. 5 home games. We could Google this and be like, when is the last time the Ravens have lost 5 home games? But that's stupid. Let's just spitball and think here. Can you guys even just guess a number? Besides that terrible year where Flacco went down, Ryan Mallett was playing. I can't even think of when we lost 5 home games. Losing at the bank 5 times, that just feels criminal. We have one of the best home field advantages in the league, and you still can't even win with the help of the city and the Dundalk Ronnies in their camo pants. It's disappointing. Second tidbit, the Ravens and the Patriots Week 16 game has been flexed to Sunday Night Football. Most people are excited. I'm not. I am getting sick of Sunday night games. The older I get, I just want to go to bed, for being honest. Especially if the team's playing this way. I'm starting to feel tired in my bed. It's the 3rd quarter. We're punting for the 4th time in a row. It's hard to stay up. I lost my hair. I'm losing my will to stay up. Late nights, let me tell you. The game they moved out was Bengals-Dolphins. That will now be played at 1 o'clock. Guess I can understand that move. Dolphins have been winning games. Actually, I really don't get that one, if we're going to be honest. Dolphins and the Bengals are 2 of the hotter teams in football right now. I guess you can really just say the Dolphins are. I probably would have left that one. Well, it's whatever. The Ravens, you would hope, will get back to their Raven ways and start winning again. And the Patriots are, 11-2. So it should be a good game. But looking at the skid we've been going through, I'm not sure. Speaking of skid, here we are with the Bengals prediction. We play the Bengals this week. How excited am I? Let me tell you guys, not excited at all. Will we win this game? I don't even know. I'm getting a little upset of getting my hopes up and assuming that this team's going to figure it out. The offense will come back. Lamar Jackson will just come down from the heavens and return as Lamar of Nazareth that we once knew before, the Son of God. But it's not happening. He's playing more like Lamar from, I don't know, East Pratt Street. That was a random, I couldn't think of a street off the top of my head. I'm from the suburbs, guys. I apologize. It's not good. I kind of want to predict us losing this game. It is a little, I feel like, annoying for you guys every single week. I'm just saying that the Ravens are going to win. I don't know. I really don't know if we can beat the Bengals. I don't know if we can even beat anyone because the biggest issue is every week we keep beating ourselves. I don't know if we can get this done. Regardless, if Cheetah Bay is out, we're going to have some issues on defense, and it's going to be a little rough. But also, I feel like every time we play the Joe Burrow and the Bengals, it's a little rough. Jamar Chase will have like at least 150 yards and a touchdown. Man, my prediction for this one, you know what, guys? Unfortunately, I've been burned by this team too much. I keep saying that we're going to win. The team's going to come back. I'm not doing it anymore. We're not going to win this game. We need a big change culturally, something to happen in the locker room, and it's not happening. And I think our season's going to crumble because of it. I do think Harbaugh's the guy for this job. Lamar's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. but something is just not gelling right now. I don't know if it's Harbaugh's message falling on deaf ears or it's just because it's stale. I don't know if it's because Lamar, his emotions just send shockwaves through the team and everyone's walking on eggshells. I don't know if it's because our line's terrible. I know he's a scapegoat, but Flele is horrible. I tried to defend him on this podcast, but he burned me. The rest of the line's not been good either, for being honest. Everyone on the line. Rosengarten as well. Defense, I can't really give them any flack. They've been pretty great. But I don't feel comfortable picking the Ravens to win this game. It will be close. We're not going to get blown out. I guess my prediction, I'll say Bengals win 27-24, win by 3 points, maybe a walk-off field goal. Another broken-hearted game for the Baltimore Ravens. Crazy thing is, we actually could afford to lose another game. I don't want to, but our season isn't technically over yet if we lose another game. But it won't look good. I'll tell you guys that. What I will say is keep your heads up. It's tough to be a Ravens fan right now, but hopefully just randomly one morning, Lamar and the rest of the squad will wake up and they'll just be different dudes. They'll go back to who they once were and they'll play like Ravens. So if that doesn't happen, I'm not sure if we're going to get out of this rut. It's going to be a rough end to the season if not. Thank you guys for coming out and joining us for yet another episode of the Baltimore FlockCast. Like, subscribe, give us 5 stars, and don't forget, share this to your racist uncle in Dundalk. You know he needs another extra pair of camo pants. Buy him a pair for Christmas. Thank you guys. Have a great one.